Revolutionary greetings, fellow Zimbabweans. This is yours truly, Comrade Knox Chivero. Today I stand before you not as an individual seeking political office, but as a servant of history, a patriot summoned by the cries of a nation, called to carry forward a struggle that belongs to all of us. This is not an individual fight. It is the fight of every Zimbabwean mother who goes to bed hungry so her children may eat. It is the fight of every young person whose dreams are suffocated and shattered by unemployment, oppression, and hopelessness. It is a collective fight, a fight for the heart of Zimbabwe. Whether you belong to ZANU, PF, CCC, MDC, NCA, Transform Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe Rainbow Coalition, LEAD, or any other party, it is the fight of a nation crying for dignity, justice, and freedom. It is a fight of a people feeling abused and dehumanized by its own government. It is a fight for a government that respects the rule of law, a government by the people and for the people. My late brother, my comrade in arms, blessed Geza, comrade Bombshell, gave everything to this cause. He did not whisper in the face of injustice. He roared like a lion. He spoke for the voiceless when silence had become a survival tactic under a despotic regime. And even as violence and intimidation tried to extinguish hope, he kept that flame of resistance alive. He exposed Zimbabwe as the leader of extractive cartels milking the country dry. Chagwire Isikumimba Mining House, the formation of Mutapa Sovereign Fund to siphon public funds, and the massive looting of gold by Scott Sakupanya and his cows. The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission scandal by Cde Chivero that prejudiced the country of 2 billion rands, among other scandals involving the president's office. Comrade Bombshell exposed Mnangagwa's intention to amend the constitution and extend his rule beyond the constitutional limit, long before it unfolded. May Comrade Bombshell's soul rest in eternal peace. His passing on in February was not just a loss. It was an immortal blow to the nation, a painful wound in the heart of our revolution and in the conscience of our people. Let me reiterate that there is no one who can replace him. His shoes are too big for anyone to fit in. His courage was rare. His sacrifice was extraordinary. But the mission he began is too sacred to be left to die. And today, with unwavering determination, I step forward with others, not to fill his shoes, but to continue the journey he began, to ensure that the torch he lit does not flicker, does not fade, and it does not fall. The Geza Revolution will never die. Not now, when corruption is still reigning, injustice escalating to levels never seen before, and the Zimbabweans held hostage by a rogue regime. Like I said, I do not come to you as a career politician chasing power. I come as a concerned patriot, a citizen soldier of democracy. I am a war veteran and freedom fighter. I have known sacrifice. I have felt the weight of struggle. I have stood in moments where fear and courage collide, and I chose courage. We did not fight for this country so that Mnangagwa and his favored few can feast while millions suffer. We did not shed blood so that power and freedom can be auctioned to the highest bidder. We did not defeat white colonial rule only to kneel before corruption, wearing a black face. So hear me, and hear me very well. We know what it means to make hard choices, to keep faith with comrades in the darkest hours, and to put country before self. That principle will continue to guide us. We will fight all these injustices to the rare end. Mnangagwa's days are numbered. His administration is now in the intensive care unit. We will continue to organize, mobilize, and fight with unbreakable resolve until the promises of our liberation struggle are fulfilled. We say no to a government built on theft and arrogance, a government whose preoccupation is on consolidating power at the expense of the people. We demand a Zimbabwe where the wealth of our land benefits its people, not a small, greedy elite and their cronies. Quoting from retired General VP Chiwenga, opening quote, all Zimbabweans deserve a place on the feeding table, and all their mineral resources belong to them, close of quote. The war was not fought for a clique of Zigananda to accumulate obscene wealth while the people wallow in abject poverty. And because their hunger for looting knows no limits, they now turn their eyes to our sacred constitution. They are now seeking to twist it, rig, mutilate, and bend it to the will of one man with imperial desires. They want more time, not to serve you, but to steal more from you and protect their loot while you languish in abject poverty. There is a deliberate attempt to undermine presidential term limits without the consent of the people. A conspiracy to replace the will of 16 million Zimbabweans with the signatures of a few compromised and dishonorable parliamentarians. But we remember very well what we fought for. One man, one vote, period. We ended the colonial oppression under Ian Smith. Shall we now surrender to oppression that looks like us, speaks like us, but betrays us? No, never, as we have seen. The desperation by Mnangagwa to hold on to power is palpable. The insatiable greed for power and ruthlessness, unimaginable. You saw how the public consultations for the bill to extend his rule were held. You witnessed firsthand the violence against those who opposed 2030. The assault of human rights lawyer Doug Coulter and others at the city sports center and across the country. The abduction and assault of citizens by Mnangagwa's common law hooligans, the busing of people across the country and heckling those expressing views against the bill, among others. Even journalists performing their professional duties were not spared. Shame on you. Shame on you, Mnangagwa. The consultations were a charade, a shame, and a disgrace to the country. This was a window dressing exercise to hoodwink international observers. But we know their plan and we are going to stop it. Fellow Zimbabweans, all the chaos and violence is evidence that Mnangagwa is a leader who is ruthless, a leader who is self-serving, a leader consumed by greed, a leader who betrays the very country he purports to serve. He does not love Zimbabwe at all. Look around you. Fuel prices that choke the lifeblood of the economy. Taxes that suffocate the ordinary citizen. Hospitals where a silent genocide echoes louder than care. Nurses on strike while patients suffer deafening neglect. And yet, in the midst of all this suffering, Mnangagwa's obsession is not service, but survival. Survival in office, survival in privilege, survival in corruption. Those who speak out against their will to extend their rule are arrested. Those who demand justice are assaulted. Meanwhile, those who plunder walk freely, protected and fortified. But let this be a warning. Clear and unmistakable. The people have been watching. The people are awakening. We are organizing and mobilizing for definitive action. This nation was bought with blood. Sacred blood of patriots. It was not given on a silver platter. You cannot treat it like a personal property. You cannot reshape its constitution to suit your ambitions. You cannot rewrite history to soothe your ego. You cannot mortgage the future of our children for the comfort of today's rulers and their cronies. If we remain silent now, history will judge us harshly. We will be an immortal case to posterity, and we refuse to be remembered as a generation that stood by and did nothing. To the security forces and civil servants, I say this. Your loyalty is not to individuals. Your loyalty is to the Constitution. Your loyalty is to the people of Zimbabwe. Remember your oath. Please honor it. I would like to thank the retired generals of conscience, led by retired General Henry Chena, and the surviving former commanders of ZIPA. They wrote to Parliament expressing their deep displeasure in Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. We thank them for being the repository of our revolution, making history by standing with the people of Zimbabwe. To Mnangagwa and your cabal, take this message seriously. We know you were never sincerely part of that revolution. But tampering with our constitution means crossing the last red flag. And to every Zimbabwean listening to me today, rise. Rise. Rise and defend your constitution. Rise for your children. Rise for your future. Rise for your dignity and destiny. The flame was lit by Comrade Geza and other unsung heroes. The path has been shown. The responsibility is now ours. We will reclaim our future together, united in purpose and unshaken in spirit. We will restore the promise of Zimbabwe. Pamberi nekushinga, pamberi nekubatana, pamberi negutsa ruzhinji, pamberi nekudzivirira nyika kubva kumhandu dzinenge Emerson Mnangagwa, pamberi rokupikerera, pamberi rokubambana, pamberi rokusutisa uzulu jikelele, pamberi rokuvhikira ilizwe kuzizita njenge Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa has declared war against the people of Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa and his cronies are enemies of the people. Fellow Zimbabweans, don't lose hope. Don't despair. Mnangagwa anaenda chete. May God bless you. May God bless Zimbabwe. Nyika yakafanana nekutimba churu, inoda chirwirangwe. Vanhu vose misoro pamwe chete. Chirwirangwe chinoreva kuti tese takaenzana. Kung'ono sifake amakanda etu ndawonye. Sirwire ndawonye sonke njengabatwana beZimbabwe. Iko zvino tiri kubva kuchema Comrade Geza, his soul rest in peace. Geza haiziriyo nyika asi mufanikiso wezvinoda kuitirwa nyika nekuti akarangarira. Geza akarangarira vamwe vake asi akakanganuka nevamwe vake vapenyu hunyoro huno. Vanana mahiya, anana matema danda. Iwe mahiya, matema danda. Saka zvakanzi kusatenda uroi. Varume makachengetwa naGeza kuchenjiri kupurazi kwake imi. Muchishungurudzwa naMugabe. Imi varume, amunogara kupurazi kwaGeza kuchenjiri ni sanyati. Asi paakafa makambooneka. Kana kutongotaura nguwa kunoleja uchete kuti mumwe wedu kukoraptwa nepower, kukoraptwa nemari Cde revolutionaries. Munoshamisa. Struggle yedu haisi kumira. Makomrades ana kuendera hondo political party. Makavanzwa vakomana veZipa vachitaura. Makavanzwa general vachitaura. General vakataura vakati, we did not go for a political party, but takaenda kunogwira vana veZimbabwe. Saka hudzvinyiriru kutonga nyika nedemo. Ati umuzi kawakiwa nenduko. Nyika vanhu ndo nyika. Uyezve ushemadzoro. Ubukosi ngamazoro. Kuchinja mutemo. Hauchinje mutemo zvaunoda iwe usina kubvunza vanhu. Varidzi vavo vakauita. Ndiwani? Emerson, ndiwani iwe? Nechikwata chako chevatengesi, dishonorable members of parliament. Vasinowa vari kumirira. Members of parliament akakoraptwa vakapiwa mari, vakapiwa madzimotokari. nezvigananda kusvikira nekumajaji tinozviziva. Takagara takakutaurira kuti the people's power haugone kuivharidzira iwewe, hauna simba rinokunda people's power. Unotorova pasi kuda kana kusada baiginya uri kubva, ende nguva yako yekurova pasi yakwana. Vanhu veZimbabwe musatyisidzirwe nemutsindo webete. Nguva yakwana. Magamba akafira nyika ino, vari Chimoyo, vari Nyadzonya, vari Doroi, vari Freedom Camp, vari Mkushi, vari Nyamkundwe, vese vanhu ivavo vakasara. Naima hiya nevamwe vatengesi vako, unombozvirangarirawo here kuti vanhu ivava vakafa vasina kana nevana, vakasara varimo mumasango nanhasi vasati vapinda. Iwo notori nemhuri kaini, vamwe muri kutoroora vaikona kutaura vakadzi muri kungoroora kaini. Ko comrade mwe wakanga uinayowo akasarawo padoroi, akafariri jaya achifira nyika ino, unombomurangarirawo. Andiri mutoronga kutovirikidza vakadzi kusangana nemukuru wenyu muchiteedzera mukuru wenyu who has proved to be a prolific human breeder. Saka imimi muri kutitaurira kuti imi nyika inoteera inini. Mahiya nechikwata chako tiri kukuudza kuti morova pasi. Tinoda kupa kutenda retired generals former commanders of Zipa, anana comrade Bauya, anana comrade Peperere, anana comrade Paka, comrade Taitevi. I salute you. Ndimi munoziva, ndimi maseniors. Anoziva gwara rakanga rakamira musangano, ndimi munoziva zvamaidzidzisa vana kuti tiri kurwira zvakati. But you only disappointed by keeping quiet. Kuziva chinhu wozonyarara usina chaunoita, kwete. Amaifanira kunyarara ka? Amaifanira kunyarara nekuti kuzoona vadiki vakutaura nyaya idzi imi muripo, zvinenge zvakakureva kuti paitwa zii apa. Nyika ndenyi, you suffered for this country. Saka tati kubatana comrades. Ngatibatanei. Comrade Mativere aiwa kana nemazwi enyu amunopa akanaka. Anobatanidza upatsu mumawo veterans ngahumire. Nyika njedu tose. Mumwe nemumwe akazvibvira kumba kwaamai ake nababa achienda kuhondo kuenda kunosunungura nyika. Asi unozoona vanhu vaakupatsurwa nevanhu. Hakuna kunoenda kunorwira mutungamiriri wechikwata chemawo veterans, wakaenda kunorwira vanhu. Kubatana zvigananda zvako futi kumawo veterans. Saka vanhu ava penge zivai kuti pane poison ndepapi. Vamwe vari kurumwa, vamwe vari kudya hundi nemhiripiri. Izvo zvikutaura kwatiri kuita. Unonyengerwa nebhasikoro. Rangarira zuva rawakabuda munyika muno. Rangarira hama yako comrade yakafira musango. Rangarira hama yako ine guva risingazikanwe. Chinorifadza chii? Tarisai muone zvikaita kuDoroi. Handi makamunzwa Matema Danda achitaura kuti vakaenda vakanesa maruva pamakuva ari paDoroi, vakadzokerapo vakaona maruva akaraswa. Zvinorevei? Chivanhu. Kutsamwa kwemakomrades hamuna kuzorangarira. Kurangarira nekufadza comrade akafira nyika ino, kumuitira zvaakafira. Kwete kuenda paguva rake nemaruva. You are a tourist. Hatisi kuda tourist. Saka makomrades oyo vaitokurakidzai kuti you are tourist. We have no business here. Get away. Itai zvakafira comrade iyeye. Mweya wake unowana zororo. Chinove chinhu chamuri kutadza nepamusana pekuda mari. Mari dzamuri kuwana nachivhayo dzezvigananda. Zvauraya kana nechipostori hakuchisina kana nechinamato. Angove machira chete asara. Machira machena. Vakuzviti vakuru vemazuva vana Abrahama. Kutenga mabhazi, achinzi mabhazi, ndemapositori emasowe akasiyana-siyana. Ari mabhazi ekuzoshandiswa paconstitution mobilization yavo. Antu ari kushandiswa kutakura vanhu kugokwe kuenda Buruwa. Iwayo mabhazi emapositori. Zvoreveiko? Chinhu chakarongwa kare ichi vana veZimbabwe. Musavharwe, zvino yasvika nguva yekuti mwana weZimbabwe usimuke. Arise now. Mhepo midzimu yenyika ino inewe. Ati musatyisidzirwe nemutsindo webete. Vanotorova pasi chete. Vanotoenda nyanga dzezizi. They don't own the army. Army ndeyenyika, ndeyevanhu. Vana vambuya nehandau. Kana pahondo vaimbwa wani kunze vana vambu hanga yavadzambuya nehandau sadzibati ukadziona musango. Ndivavo vato vana vacho ivavo. Vaextension ndikuti ndoko vakabva nako. Havazive munhu ivava. Ari padhuze newe kuti ari kukuchengeta iyeye. Iyewo ari kukuchengeta iyeye. Ziso rake riri pauri. Tinotenda madzibaba. Tinotenda. Haiwa ndatenda wenyu. Nokuti chive. Nyabonga mahlavezulu. Ndatenda.